Sup guys, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was the Reincarnation of Noctis. This is part 13, and in the last part, the sports festival has just begun, and Izuku was able to take second place in the obstacle course race. But Shoto took first place thanks to the power of One for All. And as for the cavalry battle, Izuku created a pretty good team. However, he was unable to take Shoto's headband, so he only got second place, with Ojiro soon dropping out of the sports festival alongside Shota from Class 1B as well. And Ochako realizing that Izuku has been unnaturally angry for a while. So with that said, let's get into this. Also, if you guys hear something in the background, it's most likely the rain, and I'm sorry guys, I really am. So, let's get into this. As the two reincarnated teenagers began talking in private, as Ochako was worried for Izuku, as he's just been unnaturally angry for a while, with her saying, so, like I said, you're going to tell me everything. No more secrets. Got it, Izuku? Saying, okay, fine. Promise. I promise I'll tell you everything. So, get to it, please. As Izuku began explaining about Shinso, that he is the reincarnation of Arden. As she's saying, are you sure? You really believe he's the reincarnation of Arden? As Izuku saying, I know it. I can tell just by his attitude. He says that he's in general studies. So what if he most likely still has the power of the kings. So he could have gotten to Class 1A. So why declare war when you could have gotten into class no sweat? As soon saying, it's probably just something he's just toying with you. And I think you're just being paranoid. As Izuku saying, I know what I saw. I know it's him. And when I fight against him, I'll prove it. As Ochako soon takes a deep breath and sighs, saying, okay, if you really believe that this Shinso is Arden, then I will trust you. But if he isn't, with Izuku saying, then I'll probably make it up to you for worrying you for so long. And I'll probably do something to make it up to the guys too, because I can tell they might have been worried for me as well. As she soon says, really? You'll make it up to me any way I want? As Izuku saying, yeah, I'll make it up to you. After hearing this, she soon has a big dopey grin on her face and smiling and saying, just remember what you said, Izuku. You really do owe me. After that, she soon heads back out to the stadium, with Izuku saying, what the hell did I get myself into, and what the hell did I promise? After sighing, he soon is going to head to one of the waiting rooms, or possibly even the cafeteria, because honestly, he just needs a short nap. However, he needs to head back to the arenas to see what the last event of the sports festival will be. As soon as he heads out, he sees his three best friends, Kirishima, Kaminari, and Shoto, as they are wondering what Ochako wanted to talk to him about, as he's saying to make it up to her for worrying her for quite a bit once the sports festival is over, as he tells them that he'll make it up to them if he's worried them for quite a bit as well. As, well, Kirishima says, nah, you don't need to do that, man. I mean, we're friends. If you feel like there's something bothering you, just tell us. With Kaminari saying the same thing as well. Yeah, dude, don't just bottle things up. You've helped us out countless times. I think it's only fair we do the same to you, bro. As Shoto just nods, with Izuku saying, thanks, guys. I couldn't ask for any better friends. With Midnight soon explaining the next event being one-on-one battles in a tournament-like event, with each team that moved on in the last event moving on to this one. However, since Ojiro and Shota basically left, the ones who's going to be taking, well, their places is Kaminari and Tetsu as well. They'll be replacing those two in this event, as it wouldn't be fair for Kaminari to be setting this one out. So yeah. Also, a couple of the matches will be changed up a bit. As for the first match, it's between Izuku versus Shoji, and the next match being Sero versus Shinso, Kaminari versus Hatsume, and other match will be Ida versus Shoto, Mina versus Aoyama, Momo versus Tokoyami, Kirishima versus Tetsu, and last but not least, Ochako versus Bakugo. So yeah, those will be the matchups for this event. Izuku, seeing who he's up against, being Shoji, however, he's more worried about, well, Sero facing against Shinso, as Shinso looks at Izuku and basically smiles with his eyes closed before adjusting his hat and leaving, with Izuku feeling a little bit pissed off and clenching his fist. But remember about what he had, his conversation with Ochako, and promise not to worry her this time, and calms down as he says to himself, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But knowing Sero, I think he's got nothing to worry about after all. And soon he heads to the cafeteria with both Kaminari, Shoto, and Kirishima also tagging along, with Ochako as well, even Ida too. But a surprise person tagging along being, well, Bakugo, which Izuku is pretty much surprised with asking, okay, Gachan, why the hell are you here? Saying, don't ask me, ask your stupid friend Shitty Hair. As Kirishima says, come on man, my name is Ijiro Kirishima, and plus again, our hairs aren't that different. They're pretty similar. Saying, is that supposed to be an insult, damn it? With Ida saying, now, please calm down, Bakugo. I believe Kirishima wanted you to tag along as well, after the two of you were together during the second event. Isn't that right? As Kirishima says, yeah man, come on, I don't think you're that bad. As I just want to know, what's your hatred towards Izuku? With Izuku hearing this, with a worried look on his face, saying, dude, do not pull the pin! As Kirishima says, why? What's the problem? As Bakugo looks like he's in a really pissed off mood. You want to know why I'm pissed off at that little nerd? You want to know why? Because him hiding the secret of his quirk for all these years. How the hell can I accept somebody like him being a hero when he's lied to me all these years? With Izuku saying, I never lied to you, damn it. You saw my quirk awaken when I first touched my weapons. Oh, right. The weapons you stole, I remember. Saying, you're still on that shit. It was an accident. As Izuku knows the royal arms do belong to him. But of course, no one would believe him that he's the reincarnation of a past king after all. Except Ochako, seeing she is the woman he loved in that past life. As Bakugo saying, whatever, I don't give a damn anymore. I'm out of here. Have fun with your so-called friends, Deku, even though they don't know the damn truth about you. As Kaminari says, truth? What the heck is he talking about, Izuku? As Izuku saying, he's just irritated and annoying and has an inferiority complex, that's all, Denki. Any rate, I am starving. You guys coming along or what? As they all follow Izuku, with Ochako clinging on to him. As the time goes by, a couple of students from Class 1A, Class 1B, and other courses as well began doing recreational activities. Some just do them to pass time by, while others were just doing them to get their mind off their next match. But even so, they still enjoyed and had a good time after all. Soon, the first match of the third event of the sports festival finally is beginning. The first match being Izuku versus Shoji, as the two classmates and teammates who now turned into opponents step onto the arena. as everyone cheers for them, with President Mike introducing both of them to the arena, with Izuku saying, "I'm glad that you helped me out this far, Shoji. I really appreciate it, man." As Shoji saying, "Don't worry about it, Midoriya. I would appreciate that gratitude if you don't hold back against me after all." As Izuku saying, "You got it, man." With Izuku pulling out a spear, as it being one of his support weapons, being his engine weaponry. As both Kirishima and Kaminari were surprised, saying, "Wait, is he allowed to use his support items?" With soon after, Hatsume was actually sitting right next to them without them realizing, saying, "Oh, support course students can. They just need to sign a couple of forms about which ones they would want to use." As they were all surprised hearing that Hatsume was there, as Kaminari freaks out saying, "Hatsume, aren't you supposed to be with the support course, your classmates?" Saying, "Yeah, but I feel like talking with you guys would be better, especially since you guys most likely would have had questions about Midoriya's support items. Oh, and that reminds me, hey, Kaminari, did you know Midoriya and I are working on a support item for you?" As he asks, "Wait, you guys are?" As Hatsume soon says, "Yeah, he's had problems making it for a while, so he's asked for my help to make it instead. He gave me the blueprints, and personally, it's working. It's a lot easier than I expected. But I think he's had problems about your quirk, so you don't mind if I tag along? You come with me to the workshop after all this is done?" As Kaminari saying, "Sure, I don't mind one bit, if it means I can get a better support item." As he begins getting hyped and psyched for getting a new weapon, with Kirishima says, "I hope I can. I still want to try out that giant sword that Izuku has. I'm still surprised that the guy is even able to wield something like that." With Shoto also nodding, saying, "It's almost superhuman. Hell, if anything, I bet even a person with a super strength quirk would have a problem lifting that thing. But Izuku can wield that stuff with just one hand." As Ochako saying, "It's just what makes him special, whatever his quirk is after all." As Ochako saying this with a calm smile, but knowing the truth behind Izuku's strength and the power of the kings. During their conversation, the match has already begun, with Izuku struggling against, Shoji's duple arms and his unique defense of his quirk. However, Izuku already knew what he needed to do to end the match. All he needed to do was for Shoji to get a lot more closer to him, at least close enough where he could use one of his ice magic spells, being Blizzard. As Izuku taunts Shoji to come right at him, with Shoji saying, "He's taunting me. He's really trying to rile me up. I can't take this. I can't take him lightly. No, since this is Midoriya we're talking about. He has something up his sleeve, but I can't win this match if I'm just on the defensive." As soon he rushes right at Izuku and extends a couple of his duple arms right at him, with Izuku saying, "Gotcha," before teleporting right close to Shoji with his warp strike, and then channeling the ice into his right hand, and then releasing it onto Shoji's body. As he says, "Blizdaga," as Shoji's entire body has become ice cold, but his head is still intact, as they can see the cold air coming out of his mask, saying, "You really planned this out, Midoriya. I know I can't beat you in a physical match. Well, I probably could, but it would take a lot out of me and tire me out. So I decided to just play to your strengths, knowing that you couldn't win this match without getting anywhere close to me. So, how you like that?" I think, "Well played, Midoriya. Well played. You played to my insecurities, and you already knew how my quirk worked, thanks to the event against each other. Well done. Well done indeed. As Izuku soon defrosted him with lighting fire in his hands and the ice coming off of him. Not a lot, but still quite a bit. As everyone is shocked to see the match already over. Soon, the next match being Sero versus Shinso. As heading back to the stands, he soon passes Sero. As Izuku saying, Sero, don't take that guy too lightly. Saying, seriously, Midoriya? I mean, he's just from general studies. How good can he be? Is saying, don't underestimate him. There's something about him that he's hiding. As Sero saying, okay, I'll try and take your advice. As he soon heads out there, and Izuku saying, Arden, what the hell are you playing at? The worried tone in his voice. He soon leaves. As the match is about to begin, with President Mike giving them to the begin, with Sero stretching a little bit, and then and then shooting out his tape at Shinso, with Shinso saying, nice quirk there. Tell me, you really think you can become a hero with it? As saying, of course with answering his question, and then the tape losing its momentum and just drops onto the arena floor, with everyone surprised, as Shinso saying, now, will you now bow for the audience and then walk out of the arena? As Sero bows before everyone, and then he walks out of the arena with no one stopping him whatsoever. As everyone's shocked and surprised seeing this, with even President Mike saying, whoa, what the heck is happening here? With Aizawa looking through his notes saying, Satoshi Shinso, his quirk is called Brainwash. Anyone that answers one of his questions will be put under his control. That's quite interesting. After hearing this, everyone start feeling like they were about to turn on him because of his quirks that seemed kind of villainous. As Izuku saying, of course he would have a quirk like that. I mean, why the hell wouldn't he? As he clenches onto his pants, truly pissed off hearing this. Soon, Sero walks out of the ring, and then Shinso snapping his fingers, snapping Sero out of his trance. As he's saying, what the heck happened? As saying, wait, when did I get out of the ring? There, Midnight says, Sero is out of bounds. The winner is Shinso. After that, a few people began cheering for Shinso. After hearing the roars of the crowd, he soon takes off his hat and bows before everyone, with Izuku saying, that bastard, always acting so damn smug. I swear I'm going to. As soon, Ochako saying, Izuku, you promised, remember? As Izuku saying, yeah, you're right. I did promise. Sorry. After that, the two began smiling and began holding hands. After that, the next match was Kaminari versus Hatsume. As this match kind of goes pretty similar how the match between Hatsume and Ida went like in canon. Mostly because she explained what she wanted Kaminari to do off the bat. Didn't even pretend or hide any fact that she planned on dropping out of the match after displaying all of her support items. As Kaminari thinks it seems like a cheap way to win, but saying, who cares? I'm still going to go to the next match after all. But he was wondering, why tell me all this? As saying, well, because I know I can trust you, Kaminari. Is there any other reason than that? As Kaminari begins blushing, saying, you trust me? I mean, it's been a while anyone's actually said that. But thanks, Hatsume. I won't let you down. After saying this, great. Here, put this on. as Kaminari begins feeling a little bit worried. As for basically 20 minutes of Hatsume showing off her support items being her babies to everyone before having a ring out, which Kaminari is just standing in the ring saying, "I regret everything." As soon, both Kirishima, Shoto, and also Izuku saying, "I feel for you, man." Anybody would feel like their spirit's been crushed after that. Soon, the next match being Shoto versus Ida, as the match kind of goes somewhat similar like canon in the main My Hero Academia timeline. However, he still does the huge ice attack that he normally would do in the main canon because he encountered, well, his father, Endeavor. Even though Shoto is able to use his fire side, he still hasn't forgiven him, not one bit, and still hates him with every fiber of his body after all. And Izuku can understand why. Even though Izuku helped Shoto basically get over using his fire, he still knows the hatred in his best friend after all. As Izuku can understand that feeling since even he doesn't really have that much of a close relationship with his father after all, if you guys remember. After that match, as Shoto basically frees Ida by melting him out of the huge ice attack, the three friends went to their half cold, half ice friend and went and began asking questions, with Kirishima saying, "Shoto, dude, what the hell, man? I mean, that was brutal, but did you really need to?" As Shoto saying, "Yeah, I know, it was a bit overboard, but I mean, I just had to let go of my frustration after." As Izuku saying, "You just met with your dad, didn't you?" As soon the two look at Izuku, as Kaminari says, "Wait, for real? Endeavor's here?" With Shoto nodding, with Kirishima saying, "I feel you, man. After hearing about your dad, I can understand you could be a little bit pissed. But still," as Shoto saying, "Ijiro, please, let's just drop this. You too, Denki, Izuku." And as Izuku saying, "Fair enough, man. Just make sure you use your fire against the rest of your other opponents. Show some more respect to your other opponents, okay?" As Shoto saying, "Yeah, I'll make sure to use my fire against Denki after the second matches are done." As Kaminari says, whoa now, let's not get hasty here. I mean, you can hold back a little bit, can you, Mr. All-for-One successor?" As Shoto saying, "Sure, I'll think about it when I beat you," with a smug smile on his face and tapping his hand on his shoulder, and then passing all three of them, with Kaminari having a scared look on his face saying, "Why me? Just why am I the one with the most bad luck here?" As both Izuku and Kirishima are having a hard time holding back their laughter, as they saying, "Well, good luck, Denki," with saying, "Dude, that's not funny." As the four friends soon head back to the stands. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Also, like and subscribe, which really helps with the channel a lot. Also, check out my Discord and my, well, gaming channel as well, which I'll leave links to down below. At any rate, this is Liamoki, signing out. Later.